Hi, this is Nate Milton, and I am reviewing two different websites. One of them being Memrise, which is a vocabulary acquisition program for foreign languages. So, Memrise is found at memrise.com, and once you sign up, I signed up through Google, you can begin to learn new vocabulary, new words. So, it's as easy as choosing your language. There's a ton of different options, but I chose Spanish from Mexico at the beginner level. And then you click on Learn New Words.
Vamos.
And it presents a video or a picture, and then you have to choose what the answer is,
Vamos.
and then it provides a translation. This isn't the only thing it does.
Salud.
It also goes English to Spanish and Spanish to English. It also has phrases.
Salud.
As you can see, so this is the English to Spanish. So let's go, vamos.
Vamos.
And then here's another option where it says, what's up is ¿Qué hay de nuevo? ¿Qué hay de nuevo?
¿Qué hay de nuevo?
Okay. So, pause that. Okay, so Memrise, it seems like a great program to me. It has some graphics. It's not overwhelming, so it's a low cognitive load. There's not too much from my perspective that's going on, but that's a good thing. It's assessment based. It's one learning path that's from point A to point B. You learn all the language, although it does circle back around if you miss a word. And so in that way it is taking assessments, it's collecting data. It's self-paced. As you can see, I paused it, so I am taking a break from that. And it seems pretty intuitive. It took me a couple minutes to figure out how to use it. From my perspective as a school counselor, I can't see myself using it so much because it's outside of my role, but for my family, I think this is going to be great for my daughter. She can memorize Spanish vocabulary or any other language that she chooses, and it's kind of a fun, easy way to do that. It involves listening and writing and reading, and I don't know if you have to speak at any point. I didn't get to that point, but it seems like it involves most of the major things that you have to do to learn a language. So that is memrise.com. The other one that I looked into is Everfi, and let me just sign in. Oops. Okay, and that should bring up the dashboard. You go to everfi.com, and earlier I had chosen two different courses. So I chose an Endeavor, which is a STEM career exploration program, and then mental wellness. Both of those are directly applied to my role as a school counselor. To create a class, you have to go there, and then it gives you a code that students can log into so that they can access the classes. Just to give you a sense of what the courses look like, I will click on this, and you're going to see three different manufacturing companies pop up. And this really fits well with my role as a school counselor and my groups that I could do. So I could click on, for example, this middle company.
Sweet. Looks like HQ for a software company. Wonder what they build here.
So then you can explore each of the different elements, right? So
Hi there. We've been waiting for you. We could really use your help.
here's an example.
Here's what's going on. Here at Soundly, our listeners depend on our algorithms to curate the perfect playlist just for them each week. Unfortunately, there's a bug in the code. Not a real bug, of course, just one that means the playlists are totally unreliable.
So as you can see, it's user driven, so it's very flexible. It's a flexible learning path. It's not like point A to point B. There's a lot of graphics involved. And it does collect data on kids. There's one assessment, for example, that kids can take to identify what careers they might be interested in. It's very interactive. It is fairly intuitive to use, although with me, I like the point A to point B compared to you can sort of go wherever. So at least for my own personality type, I don't like it in that way as much, but I think kids would really grab a hold of it. It is self-paced, and it's a high cognitive load because there's a lot going on the screen. I could see how students with ADHD could struggle to organize their thoughts. Um, One element that I thought is a good thing, especially for English language learners or for students with disabilities, is the fact that they have the written paragraph on the screen, and also the individual from the site reads it. So to me, that's a really effective way to communicate information. So for my own use in the school counseling role, I could see this being paired with my groups. So a career group that I do, I could have students not only do where we go on the field trip, but then beforehand we have some of this exploration. It helped to define terms, describe creation of materials. How does that something go from an idea to something that exists that people could buy? It just seems like a really nice add-on and free. So that's my review of the two different programs, Memrise and Everify. I'll be curious to hear your comments.